Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. I'm Seth on duty, and we've explored quite a bit now of this part of the eye. There's still more places we could explore. However, what I recall of the last episode, we were kind of prioritizing the mushrooms and the research over here for Rico. Yeah, so let's get to it here. We have our aviary. Let us pick the mushrooms. Hopefully everyone's day is going well, because mine is going pretty well. And if not, I am sorry to hear that. Hey, we got 2 Matsutake caps. So my only advice for anyone who isn't having a great day is just make the most of it. Hang in there. You're better than you give yourself credit for. And it will be okay. Oh, more mushroom. Okay, we got our 3 Matsutake. And then club head caps. Right. I don't know about these. So we can harvest it once more, but I don't want to lose out on my chance of those extra rare mushrooms. So we can do some safe work now. Haifa lab. Yeah, Matsutake or Jewel. Yeah, that's not happening there. So let's bring these mushrooms to our buddy Emphas, because we are hungry. So before I do that, I will definitely do some work. Make some money. +6 cryo. And let's do it again. There, +10. Okay, Emphas. Where are you, buddy? Ah. Oh, he only needs 2 Matsutake. Here we go. Emphas inhales the deep autumnal aroma of the Matsutake caps and nods. He seems impressed. So we have to wait 3 cycles? Okay. We can definitely do that. Because yeah, if we travel up this car to the hub, we need, I think it was 80 cryo. Or maybe it was 100 to help our new friend. Yeah, helping Bliss. So that's going to take cryo. This is going to take time. So let's finish up the research, hopefully, then. This last Matsutake. Nope, wrong one. That's our aviary. Here we are. Over at Haifa Labs. Here's your Matsutake. Rich and pungent Matsutake caps are Rico's preferred subject of study. Something about their environmental sensitivity. Boom, +3. You hand over the caps and Rico looks pleased. My amateur mycologist, thank you. So we've completed the action. And we have a story. Rico meets you at the entrance to the lab, leaning on her crutch with a glint in her eye. Walk with me, sleeper. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads up towards the main commune building. When people first crossed what we call Founder's Gap into the Greenway, they did so against the wishes of Andre Erlin. At the time, Erlin was trying to stabilize the Union and establish controls over the eye in the wake of Solheim's collapse. It was chaos, competing factions, failing systems, so many dead and injured from the riots. That was his priority. I'm gonna listen. You both crossed through a glass-roofed tunnel. The Greenway outside crowded with vines and branches, dappling the light. Erlin had written the Greenway off, cut off from the rest of the station and linked to a broken spoke. He claimed it was only a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty to the Union and cross. They were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Rico continues, making her slow but steady way into the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed what was here was worth saving. We had to keep our plans secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She pauses to catch her breath, her voice cracking. It is difficult to know from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster. Nothing like what you see here. Half of the Greenway was leaking oxygen into space. The plants flash frozen. The other half was a swamp of mulch as decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard. We lost good people. We cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept on working, talking less and less because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. If the Greenway was going to die, so would we. But it didn't die. It did not, Rico smiles. We crossed some invisible boundary, tipped some biological scale, and the Greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted. For the first time, we reaped the fruits of our labor. Rico smiles, looking up at you. We thought it was us, that we managed to do just enough to end the cycle of decay. I thought we had saved the Greenway. Until today. You pass into the grow beds of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Haifa members planting and harvesting. For a while, Rico is quiet, and you both simply observe the hypnotic movements of the work crews, the eager chatter washing over you like a wave. Rico smiles to herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded, but we needed to believe back then. We needed a myth to bring more people across the gap. You both move into a smaller corridor, Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that, back then, the Greenway saved us, not the other way around. Tell me, have you ever consumed one of the matsutake or garoli caps you have been growing? Did I consume it? We gave it to Emphis, right? And he made us that amazing Girol. So I guess the answer is yes. I imagine they are delicious, nutritious, almost uniquely so, she muses. After all, they were designed for you. Rico has a mischievous look. At first, I thought it was the location they were grown in that made the mushrooms from the aviary, from the labs, or from the grove different to each other. But what I have come to understand is that it is the person growing them. The matsutake and giroli caps you brought me are totally unique, containing compounds never usually found in similar specimens in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible for humans, but for a sleeper like you. Rico smiles as she leads you into the internal garden of the commune, where the Haifa members have planted species from all over the Greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive, as a forest is alive, but alive in other ways. Communicative, responsive. We shrugged it off at the time, but now I understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It is growing fruiting bodies for you, for me. It is adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying the signs of sentience. How the heck is that possible? The Greenway is sentient? Perhaps not the Greenway, but the ecosystem itself, or something within it. Rico sits on a bench within the peaceful gardens and gestures for you to join her. When you have been growing the girolles and the matsutakes in the aviary, those species so familiar to the Greenway, have you discovered any others? Yes, these guys right there. Rico can barely contain her excitement. I should like to see those. Please bring me some next time you are here. You look around the garden, amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There's a species of mushrooms that I haven't seen in years. It is dark, short, shaped like a club. We first found it in those early days when we were working to save this place. It was around the time that we started to lose our first members. They were succumbing to some infection, some mold growing deep in the dark mulch that drowned this place. At that point, we thought we were lost. And then these mushrooms emerged from the same black mold. We tested them and saw that they contained some compounds that counteracted the mold. They contained an antidote. Of course, as a botanist, I saw this as a part of the natural processes of this ecosystem, even if the time scales seemed absurdly short. But what I am wondering is if that antidote was a gift. Rico meets your eyes. Perhaps if you are patient, you will receive your gift too, sleeper. You both sit for a while, Rico seemingly done telling stories for the day. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you and wonder what forces could be at play in this place. After a while, you stand and leave, with a quiet nod to Rico, leaving her to her memories. Very cool. So is that part of it as well? Yeah, Rico wants club heads now. We have 2 now. Let's just give them to her. I have no real need for them. Eager to see the club head caps that have grown in the aviary. She hasn't seen mushrooms like this in decades. Okay, here you go. Just take them both. You hand them over to an eager Rico, who immediately begins work on the samples. The clubhead analysis. Are these fruiting bodies the same that emerged during the early days of the collapse, or something else? So we need 1 more. We don't have it. We'll have to come back tomorrow, it seems. Since our dorm is here, let us go to sleep. Actually, before I do that, let's make sure we eat something. I think it was here. Yeah, the farm stacks. Okay, we can barter for food. +2 energy. -16 cryo. So let's go to sleep for this cycle. 5533. Okay. We're at 41 cryo. We definitely should get spores. So let's try it. It's risky. +1 grove. +1 grove spores. That's 2 for today. Because if I take these. Ooh, Matsutake and Clubhead. Oh, we have to leave and come back. Let's plant more. I feel like this is suitable use of our whole day, just planting mushrooms. Let's do it again. Collect the spores. Ooh, +2 grove spores. Well, we'll have enough to start something next time. Okay, now we wait another 4 cycles for those to grow. Head back to our dorm. Hopefully everybody is enjoying this game. I definitely am. I like the slow pacing. I like reading. I like reading aloud. And hopefully you can bear with me as I read or make mistakes here and there. It's part of the process. 5122. Okay, let's do something different. Oh, I guess yesterday we could have given her the last club head. There we go. So leave and come back. Rico is at her bench, running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The whirring of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she notices you approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up, smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. You should rest. I know my limits, she laughs to herself. I just don't like paying attention to them. The drum finishes spinning, and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light. This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me. And according to my analysis, it is a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Rico asks without looking away from the vial. Medicine, stabilizer. Rico nods. You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought, she pauses, thinking carefully of how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? She sighs. They came through a fair few cycles ago. We found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. They were terrified of this strange person wandering in from open vacuum. They were quieter than you and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcomed them to commune. I only really spoke to them once while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of systems engineers. She looks nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some readings, some samples. Stay silent. Rico scans your face for any sign of a reaction. The next cycle they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins, where the Greenway meets the wastes. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here, rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out a hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer, the glass cold and smooth in your palm. Thank you. Don't thank me, she gazes out at the Greenway through the glass. Those club head caps made it for you, or at least who or whatever made those club heads. She started to clear her bench. It was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame, is it, runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology that has a time limit built in. Somehow, the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has this sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you. It is welcoming you. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I also know is it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many club's heads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, to dig into it, to find what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yeah, we can do that. Sure. She sighs with relief and deflates into her chair. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper. Truly I am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more. But I'm so glad I met you, she smiles. You are welcome here any time. Rico falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab, in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other sleeper, where they ended up weighing on your mind. And I got an achievement called Grow Your Own. Became self-sufficient through botany. Well, and mycology, of course. I want this one. I've been saving the points. We're gonna get this. Double data. Because I have a feeling we're not fully done with this yet. We are starving. Let's go see if Emphas is done with the recipe. Over. No, still one more day. We're starving, so I should eat something, right? Or do I take the hit? I don't know what to do. Okay, we can bring mushrooms to the briar. I just don't know how many. We're waiting 4 cycles for our mushrooms to grow. We can explore the Rotunda here. By the way, we really haven't done anything here. I'm gonna do it. Let's do exploring here. Exploring, let's do this one first. The Rotunda's passages are dizzying, but out of intuition or sheer luck, you stumble onto a new location. It is the Overlook Bar, a grimy spacer haunt. We can buy rations. Nice. Tala keeps some expired Solheim rations behind the bar for those wary spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. We could also just get a drink. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented with the Greenway seems like a good test. It's only 6 cryo. Let's have a drink. Bing. We got +1 for the regular, -1 to energy. No, we got +1 to energy. Mossy tones and aniseed sharpness fills your mouth. It isn't totally unpleasant. At least you can taste it. We'll save our cryo for another time, but that is cool. We could also make some money, so let's help them out. +1, 100%. Nice, we got cryo and free energy for that. Let's explore the Rotunda one more time. Actually, no, I kind of want to explore the hub. I know I'm bouncing around, but the hub was kind of a new place. Also, the low end we're almost done with as well. So let's do this. Play Tavla. Boom. You end up in a tight match with an older man, and a small crowd gathers. You lose, but the pats on your shoulder suggest you gained some supporters. So I'd only need one more time. So let's do this. Ascend the car. Ooh. We go out here, and we can explore the hub one more time as well. +2 now for our interface. Oh, negative outcome. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so that just cost us energy. So that's okay. We're going to descend and then go to sleep, I think, on this side. Here we go, in our container. End the cycle. So we should get 3 dice next day. Let's do it. And with that, I will leave this until next time. Oh, yeah, we're starving. We did get good rolls, though. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Seth on duty, signing off.